Today I'm going to show you how to make a golden snitch pom-pom using the materials found in your golden snitch kit. The first thing you'll find in your kit is a pom-pom maker. So basically the way this works is you want to locate these two toes on each side. They're on opposite ends, so the toes for this side are up here and this side are over here. You're going to take two of them and open the arches. You need both of these arches to be open in order to make your pom-pom. Now, you're going to take the ball of yellow yarn found in your kit and use that to wrap around the arches. The way you want to do this is you lay the yarn flat across the arches, hold it with your finger, then wrap the yarn back on top of that tail that you've held into place. Now you just want to keep on wrapping until you can't see the yellow plastic, and maybe even get 2 or 3 layers. You can experiment with 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers to see how it affects your pom-pom and its poofiness in the end. If you end up getting a little bit of string coming across the bottom of the toes, you want to make sure that you tuck that back into the arches. We need these two surfaces to be entirely blank. So now that I have that arch mostly full, I'm going to close the pom-pom maker and then snip it from my ball of yarn. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to open up these two toes, lay the yarn flat across the arches, and then wrap back on top of it to hold it into place. Now you just want to make sure that you wrap this enough that it's about the same as the other side. You wouldn't want a lopsided snitch. So I think that looks pretty good, so I'm going to close it up. Now cut this from my yarn ball. And now the next step, I'm going to cut just a little bit of yarn, which we'll save for later. That's all the yarn that I'll need today. So now I'm going to find the groove in between those two toes that we opened earlier. And I'm going to lay my scissor beneath the yarn and then slowly snip open each side of the pom-pom. You really want to focus on doing like 1 layer of yarn at a time. If you tried to get underneath this whole side and cut all of it at once, it's just really hard to cut, and you might end up doing something that could hurt you. So just take it slow, take your time, and make sure that there aren't any missing pieces. Sometimes in these like little edges, they'll get stuck, and you have to make sure that you cut through all of them. Now, with that piece of yarn that we set aside earlier, we're going to tuck it in to the groove that we cut open before. This is going to secure all of those little yarn edges to make our pom-pom. So you want to pull really, really tight to make sure it's really down in the groove. And now on this side, I'm going to make a knot. So you make your X, go through the center of the X, and then pull it nice and tight. Now we're going to double knot that. So let's go through, make an X, go through the center of the X, and pull it nice and tight. Now you can open up your pom-pom maker. So we're going to grab the two toes, grab the two toes on this side, and now you can hold on to this yellow plastic or white plastic and this white plastic and pull it apart. Take your pom-pom out, pull any loose ends, fluff it up. You can even give it a little spin to get some air into it. You'll see that maybe some strings are a little bit longer than others. You can do what I call giving your pom-pom a haircut. So you can just do a few little snips. You can cut these big belt pieces we made. Maybe a few more there. Cool. Looks pretty good. Oh, missed a spot. Now you just want to make sure that you get all these little yarn pieces and pick them up, because they can cause quite a mess if you really get into the groove of cutting your pom-pom's hair. And now the last step, you can put that pom-pom maker back together for next time. The last step we want to do is we want to take our golden wing, or our white wings, for our golden snitch, and we're just going to take some normal Elmer's glue or whatever glue you have around the house. If you have tacky glue, hot glue works really well, but you'll do it a little bit differently if you have hot glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and put just a little glob on each wing. I kind of squeezed out a little bit too much, so I'm going to take some of that over to this wing. Spread the love so we're not using a bunch of glue. Now I'm going to take the one wing, separate open a few strands of pom-pom, and then close it and pinch. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Separate open some strands of the pom-pom, put in your wing with the glue, close it, and pinch. And now with white glue or tacky glue, you're just gonna have to hold it into place until it gets really set. If you're using hot glue, obviously you don't wanna hold it in this way because you might burn your fingers, but it will set very quickly if it's hot glue, so you don't have to hold it in the same way. And there you have it. There's your golden snitch pom-pom.